Something as simple as this compact cassette tape
My Titanic Experience, Ruth Blanchard.
can fill the room with a 100-year-old story.
This is the story of my experience of the Titanic disaster.
It's Cynthia Harding's late grandmother, Ruth Blanchard, greeting us over the sound system.
I can't believe I'm hearing her voice. It's been 22 years.
Recalling the memory of her time on the ship that wouldn't sink.
Mother and I were awakened by a dead silence. The engines had stopped. Mother asked, "What is the trouble?" He said, "Put your life belts on immediately and go up to the boat deck. You have time for nothing. The ship has struck an iceberg."
Of the more than 2,000 passengers who set sail on the Titanic in 1912, Harding's Grandma Ruth was one of only 710 who survived the tragedy.
When I first found out about it, yeah, I was very shocked. That's my grandmother.
Ruth grew up in India, where her parents served as missionaries. When her younger brother Richard got sick, doctors advised Ruth's parents to get him back to America for treatment. So Ruth, her mom, and her two siblings, Richard 2 and Marion 4, booked tickets from Southampton, England to New York City aboard the RMS Titanic.
My grandmother was 12. She could remember everything, and yet she lived such a long life that she was still alive when they rediscovered the Titanic.
Ruth's father stayed back in India to finish some business before joining his family in the States, a move that, according to this spinning reel,
That was the saddest time of all.
saved his life.
That was the time when so many of the women who had been put into lifeboats by their husbands and told they would meet each other later realized that they would never see each other again.
In Ruth's recorded recount of the Titanic, she remembers the shiny new boat she boarded, the disastrous vessel she escaped, and the most terrifying sound she's ever heard.
The cries of hundreds of people struggling in the icy cold water, crying for help, with a cry that we knew could not be answered.
So she's got to be 12 there.
Ruth heard those cries from Lifeboat 14, which kept her safe from the icy Atlantic waters and the drowning ship. Her mother and siblings got off the Titanic too, but on a different boat.
Just a really strong woman.
As the tape rolls on, Ruth tells us the whole time her strength remained unshaken, even though she watched the ocean swallow nearly 50,000 tons of man-made ship.
From the time we knew the Titanic had struck the iceberg until the Carpathia came to rescue us, I was not afraid. Every minute was exciting to me.
Ruth and her family members survived the Titanic disaster, one of the largest families to all come out alive.
She was a teacher. She loved to crochet.
Just as quick as Ruth's voice joined us with images of the Titanic,
The ship that couldn't sink.
the reel halts.
It was great to hear her again.
And the 100-year-old memory remains. With videographer Scott Schaefer.
She was fearless, I think, you know.
Emily Spain, KOMU8 News, Columbia.
All lifeboats were supposed to be equipped with oars, a compass, a light.